What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a short horror film to check out. It is titled Doom Scroll. Doom Scroll, and this is by Alter. So I'm gonna leave the original video link down below in the description area for you guys to check out later. Now, we all relate to this scroll topic, right? Because, well, we all scroll on our phones. Everybody that has a phone already knows what that is, right? So we've been doing it for years. So I would like to see how that's taken into in more horrific type of idea, a more different type of approach. In this case, horror, right? So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this here. Sorry, I was looking at some of the comments here, and the description, it says, hello, I'm Haley, the writer, director, and editor of Doom Scroll. Thank you everyone so much for watching my film. Hope that you enjoy writing this film and working on it with my filmmaking community. It was an incredible, healing, and transformative process, so it means the world to be able to share our work with all of y'all. And, you know, I was going to say, when people go through Lent, you know, when like in the Catholic faith, and they go through leaving certain things, a lot of people that I know left social media and like getting on their phones and scrolling because, I mean, let's be honest, it can become an addiction. You know, it becomes part of your entire day. You just scroll. A lot of people that are in their lunch breaks when I'm at work, like in schools, they're on their phones, they're scrolling. And I'm doing the same thing, right? It's a good way to avoid awkward conversations, or if you have like social anxieties, it's a great way to substitute over that, right? Just to go on your phone and start scrolling. It feels like you're protected in a way. So I'm glad that they're taking this approach, you know, covering this topic of scrolling. And well, thank you, by the way, Haley, for doing something like this for us. So let's go ahead and check this out, you guys, and I'm going to give you my thoughts right after the video. Let's get scared.
This is my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5. Starting the morning off by drinking a glass of warm water helps with your metabolism and flushes out toxins. It's important to get your body moving early in the morning to ensure a productive rest of your day.
As we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth.
Try not to look at your phone during the first few hours after you wake up. It can increase stress and anxiety. Taking cold showers regulates your nervous system. Tongue scraping gets rid of more bacteria in your mouth than just brushing. Ew, gross. Even though I work from home, it's important for me to put in effort and look nice for my job. I find that it's helpful for me to look the part so I can be my best and most productive self. I love making Venice coffee in the morning. When you live with your partner, small gestures make a huge difference to ensure a healthy relationship. And that was my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5.
She works from home too?
Sit down.
Hey guys, get ready with me to say no to my boyfriend who I just found out is proposing tonight edition.
Really? People will film anything for clicks, man.
Hey girly, how's it going?
I am good. I was about to take my lunch because I finished the proposal and I sent it off. And
Before you do, there's something we need to discuss with you.
Sarah, in an effort to reduce costs, we're making great changes to our company, and a number of positions are being laid off throughout the business. Unfortunately, your position has been selected, and I'm afraid we're going to have to lay you off. Please don't be discouraged. Today may be your last day with us. You're leaving with a hefty severance package as indicated in your contract. I'd like to turn your attention to page 20.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's horrible.
Sup?
Hello.
When I order a ridiculously tall sandwich, I think
How's the job search going?
It's going.
Top 5 restaurants in Brooklyn you have to try now.
You know, that app tracks all your data and sends it to
Scrolling on
China.
Social media.
Cool. Yeah?
Should I order food? I feel like you haven't eaten anything today. Should I be worried about you?
I'll be fine.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
come with me when
I just wanted to know how this ever happened.
This is my sweet. I don't know about you, but I used. I'm hungry. For those who don't know,
She lost her purpose now, so it's not surprising. She's just going back to
every year. You absolutely
social media.
Hey
Wasting
everyone.
time.
Today, a little bit in the morning, just getting ready for my run, and I'm taking you guys along with me. So here we go. Let's get ready.
my prescription right now. I don't know what that means.
Excuse me? Excuse me. Yeah. I'd be like, we're about to have a talk right now. Treat me like that. Probably 1 in the morning or 2. And that is.
Rice checks versus corn checks.
Okay, maybe we should put the phone down for a bit.
Have a talk.
I mean, we could go do something. I don't want to see you sit and mope. I feel like it's not healthy.
New York's hottest.
Y'all gotta communicate.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. Battery died.
Hey, babe, maybe we should go for a walk or something.
What is wrong
So
with
how's the
this
job
girl?
search going?
I don't really want to talk about that.
Sure. I mean, I get it, but it's been like 3 weeks. I mean, I feel like you should at least have an interview lined up or something. I mean, no rush. I've got rent covered next month if you need it.
Thanks.
Of course. I mean, I love you, Sarah. And I know that you loved your last job, but I think that the next place is gonna be better.
Thanks. I'm cold. Can we go home?
Really?
Sure. Tara, are you kidding me?
Just gonna be on it for a minute.
It's safe to say.
Whatever, I'm gonna go get a beer.
You've never heard an artist like
Oh man, you should talk to her. It's hard though, you know, she's not responding, she's like neglecting him. Not even making direct contact with him. Now she's trying to text him. You know what's crazy? I was gonna say really quick when she was about to text sorry, and when she kind of changed her mind on that, she backpedaled on it. It's really sad sometimes, the reality of communication, how it's usually done not better, but it's more preferable to do it through texting. And when you are, you know, face to face, you're physically there with each other, side by side, conversating, the conversation starts to become awkward compared to the text messages where like it's all flowing. It's more, you know, obviously you have time to think about your text messages before you send your message back, your reply. You got time to think about it, as opposed to like being in conversation. You're like, you got to think on the spot, you know. But it's gotten so bad that you have to think about something on the spot, and it's not supposed to be that way. In a physical conversation, it's all supposed to flow. It's all supposed to flow, especially with your partner, you know. It's all supposed to flow automatically. You don't have to be awkward. I mean, it's very important. And if it's all being communicated through text, like in this case for apologizing, that's really sad. It's really sad what it has come to. All right, I'm gonna continue playing this, but jeez.
Sarah, did you seriously fall asleep here watching Tube Tops?
Yes, I did.
Tube Tops.
What are you doing?
I'm deleting this stupid fucking app off your phone.
Give me my phone.
No, stop. No, Sarah. Oh! Sarah, what the fuck? You know what? Fuck this. You just have fun with your stupid phone. I'm leaving, Sarah.
Yep. You don't even
Hello?
To my coworkers, to my boss.
You know what's sad about this too is that since they're probably not married, like they're probably married through the court or something, maybe not even that. It's sad how people just kind of move in together nowadays and they don't actually get married through any church or sometimes hardly through the court. And then you can, you know, it makes it easier for people to just kind of leave out of the house. You know, there's no commitment there. So it's really sad. And what I get from the impression I get from these two is that they didn't spend enough time with each other before moving in together. So that way they really knew. I mean, they say you don't know a person until you move in with them, but you know them enough to be sure that you want to be with them for the rest of your life. And that is, you know, commitment is not taken serious anymore is what I'm trying to say. And it's really sad how this is reality sometimes. The people just move in and then there's a problem. And instead of communicating or talking to each other, they just straight up bounce, leave out of the house, you know. And it's even more sad when there are already children in the relationship. You know, so.
How did it really hurt?
This is giving me anxiety, man. This is sad. Yep. Did he come back home or? Are you kidding
Sarah?
me?
Are you okay?
She's possessed now. Wait a minute. Oh, the next victim. Wow. And it just goes on and on. Yep. You guys, there you have it. That was Doom Scroll. This was a really great film, and I got to tell you guys, this is something that a lot of people have to watch. It's really important that we all watch this. This is related to everybody, especially at this time of, at this time period, right? When we all have technology, we all have easy access to social media and different types of apps and all of that. I mean, it's endless how many things are right at the click of a button, this was the acting itself from both actors was amazing. I really just talking about the performances right now really quick. I really loved the way she became a lot more blunt, or like just wooden, she didn't have any expressions at some point. But it's crazy when she, like, at her job, right? When she had her job in the morning, she would be motivated to wake up, do her thing. And I mean, that's what having a job does. It, gives you purpose, a reason to get out of your house, or if you work from home, it still gives you a purpose, like reason to get up and then just do your thing, make a difference, do your part, be of service to other people. But sometimes when you are definitely depending on a job, like outside of your control, like they could easily fire you from there, replace you, or lay you off, whatever. I mean, yeah, you do lose your motivation. You do lose your purpose for some time. But unfortunately, eventually you can come back from that. You can eventually leave that, detach from that depression period and go back to actually doing something with your life, doing something purposeful. But unfortunately, since there is so much entertainment on our phones, so many apps, a lot of social media around there, people constantly posting, where they're at, what they're doing, all of these things, and you have access to that, you don't realize, but you become addicted over time, and you start to compare yourself with, over their lives. Oh man, look where they're at. I'm telling you guys from my experience, and I'm sure you guys can relate too, everybody out there that's probably watching this, I would say, like, man, they're doing something cool. How come I'm not out there? Maybe they got a lot of money. They're with their partners and they're having a blast. I'm over here single, whatever, right? During, like, back in my 20s, when I was more on social media, I was posting things about myself too on Instagram, see what I can, what attention I can attract. All of that stuff. And so whenever you're unemployed, you don't have a purpose, you're not self-employed, you don't have any goals, it's very easy to get stuck on there, just entertaining yourself, whether it's on social media, video games, especially if you're a guy, you play a lot of video games, a lot of boys out there. So it's easy to get distracted and get lost. And I love the way this was depicted in the film. You know, you become sort of zombified. You're slowly becoming more sickly. Yeah, you're not eating. You know, all of that. You don't even have an appetite. There's no interest in social life anymore. You lose interest in your partner. Everything around you becomes this fake world, and the real world is now on your phone. You know, so it's like you feel at home being on your phone and watching TikToks and Instagram shorts and all that. Because I noticed that shorts are becoming more popular than lengthy videos. Everybody just wants shorts, right? So you can just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling after one short after the other. Fast paced, quickly, you know, like fast food, right? It's there. As soon as you pay for it, it's delivered to you, or it's given to you wherever you're at. So it's really sad how everything is easily accessible. And so the way this was depicted on here, I love how she was slowly becoming, like less of herself and more of a social media possessed demon. And I like how it slowly was kind of coming into her screen, but she would like skip it, you know, and every now and again it would come back. And she was basically becoming the next victim of social media, right? Of scrolling. And I love how in the end, she was completely devoured by that, consumed by the scrolling addiction, where she most likely now lost her relationship. I mean, she literally bit the guy's fingers off. Disturbing. I mean, that's crazy, you know. Who knows if it physically happened, if it literally happened, but that's crazy how it came to that point. And then it cuts to the next person on social media, kind of getting like a scare from the creepy demon popping up on the screen there, and it's like a cycle. It's now showing the next victim of the doom scroll. And I really love that, because there's so many people out there that no matter how much they're told to stop or to go outside and do something outside, they ignore the people around them, and they just stay on their phones, especially if you're unemployed and if you don't have any goals in your life, you know. So you guys, it's very important, especially for young people out there like in their 20s. It's very important to start, you know, having a job, a lifestyle where you can stay away from social media as much as you can, because when you are being consumed by that, it becomes part of your life now, where you can't live without it, and you start to reject or neglect the people around you. You develop a personality where you become angry most of the time. Like if something is taken away from you, whereas it's screen, for example, you become angry. And you can lash out at people, and you don't realize your personality is changing over time. You know, it happened to me when I was younger. We didn't have phones, right? When I was in my teens, we didn't have any phones. I eventually bought my phone in my 20s when I had my job and all of that. My parents never bought us phones. We asked for them, especially my brother. He was the oldest, so he would ask for a phone, you know, because he would have, girlfriends or relationships, right? Friends that he would want to talk to over the phone, and rather than using like the landline, like the actual phones that you pick up and they're connected to your wall, like those types of phones, right? You can overhear the conversation if you pick up another phone in the same house. You can spy on the person or whatever. You can pick up another line. So he wanted more privacy, is what I'm trying to say, and he wanted to buy a cell phone, but my mom was like, "You got to go get a job first." He didn't have a job at the time. He just was, you know, around the house, just chilling, doing his thing. And always on the phone, you know, playing video games. Same thing with me. Eventually that happened with me as well. But he was the first one to go through this as he was getting older. And eventually my mom just told him to get a job and get his phone. And so when he got a job, he worked, you know, to afford the phone. And then when it came time for him to spend money towards his new phone, he felt like the drop in his account. He's like, "Man, that's expensive." Well, I was like, "Yeah, you know, you got to work for what you want, right? And it's not easy. It's not cheap. You know, if you want something good." So eventually he got his phone and started, you know, paying his own things. And then same thing happened to me later on, and it was just a repetitive process. But what I'm trying to get at here is that our social media addiction, our scroll doom in our case, was video games. It was being on the phone because we didn't have social media. Eventually, MySpace came in, and a lot of you in your teens or 20s probably don't know what that is, or early 20s. Who knows, right? But what is it? MySpace came on, and then Facebook, and then all of these other apps. Instagram, TikTok, later on, and then YouTube eventually too started to come in. Right after MySpace, I think. So before that, it was just video games, and it was just easy to get lost in that. Get on the console and start playing for hours and hours and hours. And then my mom would come in and start screaming at us, like, go outside and do something outside. Go mow the lawn. Go help your dad and this and that. So eventually we went out and started kind of working with our dad too. And he would work at a dairy. So we would go on the night shift and work with him, my brother and I. And it was a whole experience, but it really helped us grow and pick up skills. So when you get out there and you get a job, you start to develop skills, social skills, and definitely crafting skills. You start to know what you like and what you don't like. And from there, you just keep going from one job to the other, getting closer to what you want. But in your 20s, your teens and 20s, it's hard to, for the majority of people, it's hard to just narrow down exactly what it is you want. Sometimes you have to go to work here and work there in order to get that better clarity as you grow older. So for those out there who are stuck on social media in this time, in this point in time, in 2026, get out there and get a job. Find something that you love to do. Find your purpose. And always know that it is the most important thing in this life. It's not what you're going to get. Like, I'm going to get money, I'm going to get material, I'm going to get likes, I'm going to get subscribers, I'm going to get friends, all of that, right? It's who you become as you are working your way through all of these things. Who are you becoming? Whose life are you changing? Who are you inspiring out there? So it's about being of service to people and being honest with them, being honest with yourself for the most part. First of all, that's the most important thing. And then you get out there and then you display that energy back to other people. You are of service to everyone else, doing what you love. So it's a work in progress, but you can't just sit there on social media and just be consumed by that and expect that you're going to have a good life. That's all just highlights of people's lives that you're looking at. That they're posting pictures of them on a trip, or pictures of them on a wedding or a holiday, or just a picture of them with the best car, or living in a big house, or successful somewhere. This is all just highlights of people's lives. They all eventually go back home and they have to go get groceries. They got to go sit on the toilet. They get headaches. They get sick. All of us. We all have to get home and maybe deal with a problem that we haven't been able to fix yet. So these are all just illusions on social media. And unfortunately, if you're stuck on there, you're just you're assuming that's their life, and you end up comparing yourself to other people. And the reason why I'm bringing up comparison is because that's the first thing that happens on social media. You go on there, and at first it's entertaining, you're having fun, you're just kind of looking at it, but then at some point you don't realize you start to compare yourself to them. And that's where you start to lose appreciation for yourself, and even respect for yourself, respect for the people around you. You become negative. And you compare yourself. It's a thief of joy, right? That's what they say. Comparison is a thief of joy. It's true. So nothing better than working on yourself, getting out there and doing something not just for yourself, but for the people around you. So that way you can become a better person. Let me know what you guys thought about this film today. I really thought this was one of the best films that I've seen, and I'm glad it was depicted in a horrific way, because it is. You may not see demons in real life, but it's like it's something evil is consuming you over time, and you don't know it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching this with me. I hope you all enjoyed this. There's my phone, right? It's calling me, right? No, I'm going to go outside and go for a walk first. Go out to nature for a while. Make sure to subscribe down below, you guys, if you enjoyed the video here, and also leave a comment down below. If you have any recommendations or requests, please drop them down below, you guys. I would like to know your thoughts. Take care of yourselves. Peace.